welcome to round 6 of the 125cc World Motocross Championship in Yogyakarta in Indonesia, situated on Jawa Island, an island of 110 million people, one of the most densely populated lands in the world. Well, round 6 of the series, and Eurosport was there to hear Indonesian Bike Federation Secretary Dolly Indra Asuncion tell us about this first ever in Indonesia.
We like to introduce our activity in Indonesia to the world. That's why we conduct the motocross for the first time, because it's not so complicated to conduct, and we now the world and now Indonesia one of the round of the motocross championship.
Well, in the coming years there should be even more overseas events, as the FIM motocross president told us.
In principle, we have a positive position. We talk about a world championship. Therefore, it's our belief that our championships should be run worldwide, and this means going out of Europe. We get the applications from the different federations, and we try to have races in Latin America, in the Asian region, try to have it in the States. This is our idea how to do it.
Well, the Federación International Motorcycle has set up an organization which makes that kind of overseas travel much easier to handle for the teams, but there's still a few problems remaining. Yamaha Motor France mechanic Frank Helbert told us we lack a bit of material because we just have the bike in a box and there's minimum working conditions, so it's not always easy. And with the temperatures here in Indonesia and a few other problems you have, it's pretty difficult for us to set up the bike. Well, there's only 39 riders made the journey to Yogyakarta, so only one group in qualifying. Championship leader is France's Sebastian Tortelli for Kawasaki, who takes the pole position here. Tortelli won his first ever Grand Prix here in '95. He prepared well for that race because the heat and humidity should make it very difficult for everyone. Tortelli said you have to get used to the heat. You have to do all the sport outside, so you have to avoid air conditioning in order to be able to face the heat. To get used to the heat, avoid air conditioning and do a lot of running and all walking. It's okay. It's really hot, but it's okay. The second fastest is Denmark's Brian Jorgensen for Suzuki, nearly 2 seconds behind Tortelli. After a few difficult Grand Prix, he hopes to be back at the top.
I think it's really hot down here. It's 35 degrees, so it's difficult for all the riders, especially me, because where I come from is really cold. But I think it's gonna be good. I mean, it was a good race in Italy first time, and then I've been struggling a little bit with some crashes, and I've been hurting my leg and my knees, so I'm definitely hope I'll be back in shape. I have been out for 3 weeks without training because my legs is hurting so much. But now I'm back again and make a good time here, so I think it's gonna be a good race, but definitely it's gonna be hard for all the riders.
A surprise third is France's Luigi Segui on Kawasaki. He's racing in his first ever event outside Europe. Fourth is France's Frédéric Vialet for Yamaha, in front of Paul Malin of Britain on the Yamaha, and Bob Moore of US also for Yamaha. Currently second in the championship, Vialet prepared very well for this Grand Prix, and he hopes to take points over championship third place Paul Malin. There are 30,000 spectators for this motocross double, and the temperatures are hot. Let's go straight to race 1. They're under starters' orders. The balloons go up and the bikes go off. Mauro Del Lago for Honda takes the lead in front of Vialet. Moore and Malin to the first corner. When everyone gets through, At the end of that first lap, Vialli takes the lead from Moore. Dal Lago 9-3rd, Eric Eggins on the Honda. Oh, Eggins goes down. So Vialli is leading. Dal Lago in 3rd. No, Marlin in 3rd now. Dal Lago just ahead of him. And Tortelli, not such a good race at the moment. He fell on lap 1, and he's quite a long way back from the leaders. Well, Vialli building up a small gap. Marlin takes 2nd place from Dal Lago. Then comes Segui in 4th, Moore in 5th. And Honda's Colin Dugmore in 6th. Lap 5, Tortelli now behind Eric Camerlengo, Yamaha. And Kawasaki's Michel Fanton, plus Mikel Macho for Honda. Half distance now. And Malin's right behind leader Vialli. So the British on a great charge today. Behind him, Segui takes 3rd place, away from Dal Lago. And on lap 12, the delayed Tortelli takes 5th place, away from Bob Moore. Colin Dugmore is in 6th. As the final laps unwind, a big battle between Tortelli and Marlin. And Tortelli takes the place from the Briton. So Vialli takes his 2nd 1996 heat victory in front of Tortelli and Marlin. Celebrates in style. Well, after the event, we talked to Frederick Vialli. Well, after the start, he said, I rode very hard to build a gap. I took my pace, and Malin started to attack me. He came back very close. I was afraid he'd pass me, but as it was still a long way to go, I decided to keep my pace, and finally it paid off.
Je pensais que c'était long, donc j'ai pas voulu aller plus vite que ce que j'allais parce que je me serais trop épuisé, donc j'ai gardé mon rythme et j'ai laissé faire.
Well, little respite in the heat, and it's start of race 2. Whole shot for Vialli in front of Segui, Dal Lago and Tortelli. Great action for the 125 World Championship. Lap 1, Vialli, Tortelli, Segui and Colin Malin coming back up now. Jump ahead a little to lap 5 in the big fight, but for 1st place now between Vialli and Tortelli. Tortelli poised to take the lead. Which he does on lap 7. Vialli tries to respond, but Tortelli has got the legs of him and starts to build up a gap. Britain's Paul Malin on the number 11 bike, now catching up to 2nd place Vialli. And at half distance, Malin took that place away from Vialli, with Segui here in 4th place. Well, 10 minutes rather before the flag. Malin is still in 2nd, but there's drama for Vialli. He loses exhaust, has to stop for a new one. So Segui and Jorgensen both pass Vialli. Well, last lap of the race. And Vialli takes back 4th place from Jorgensen. But ahead of them, Tortelli heading for the win in front of Malin, and Segui, his 5th overall Grand Prix victory in a row. Is there no stopping this man this year? further increases the championship lead as he told us about the races here in Indonesia.
On m'avait dit que le terrain était humide, donc je fais attention.
Well, they said the track was wet, so I took it easy as it was very slippery. I didn't want to make the same mistake that I made in race 1. So I followed Viale, and when I saw he was making no mistakes, I passed him. But at the end, Malin was closing on me, but I was able to respond a bit more strongly. So Tortelli leading from Viale and Paul Malin of Great Britain in 3rd place after 6 rounds of the 125 World Motocross Championship.
With Husqvarna Forest and Garden Products.